Hey, good morning. It is Saturday, December 30th, 2023. Only a couple days, it's going to be 2024. And I'm Let Pete Plan at gmail.com. Actually, I'm Pete Dragstrom at you can you can contact me at letpeteplan at gmail.com. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me, I've been doing that a little bit today. I am in Central Florida, and I've been here since officially since May, around May, and I live about an hour and a half from the Magic, and we are going to talk a little bit about the Magic. We're going to talk a little bit about the icon, the trademark, the uh, one who is about to enter public domain as of January 1st. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. There is this thing called a copyright, and they are good for in the United States now for 95 years. Used to be only like I think 50, and then because excuse me, because of Mickey Mouse, the law in the United States was changed because Disney asked to keep the copyright of Mickey Mouse going for a while. Now, that would have been in 1928 plus 1978, I guess. It would have been the big 50-year mark for Steamboat Willie. And that's the kicker here. The only thing that's going into public domain is the early Mickey Mouse, the very early, the 1928's Mickey Mouse. Any rendition of Mickey Mouse in 1928 is going into public domain. What does that mean? It means Disney can still use it, and Disney will use it. But except for advertising purposes, people can use it without getting penalized by Disney. They couldn't use it to, as someone open up a new theme park. They couldn't use it to use it as a mascot or anything like that, because, and one reason is Disney still owns Mickey Mouse as its trademark, and basically the circle, the hidden Mickey thing, that they use that as its trademark. And a trademark's different from a copyright, is because a trademark can encompass a lot of things, and it is really doesn't expire as long as the company's still around. And yes, you have to renew it every 5 years or so. Guess what? Disney's going to do that. A few other things are coming. Well, at least one more thing is coming into public domain, and that is Tigger. Because now Winnie the Pooh had already been in public domain because of the first book by 50 years after the first book of A.A. Milne about Winnie the Pooh came into effect, and the cuddly little bear was depicted in the book. And yes, the name and all that, and that's why you're getting some how do I put it, raunchy depictions or movies about Winnie the Pooh. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to mean about Steamboat Willie, and I'm going to say Steamboat Willie. I'm not really, because the Mickey Mouse that we grew up on and that we know and recognize, this one, sort of, that's not going into public domain. It's the Steamboat Willie with a hat and the more, as I like to call it, rat-like features, and also Minnie Mouse in that because she was in that movie or that short. So Now, as years go on, more and more Mickey Mouse will become public domain when there's a newer, from the 1934 version or whatever. I don't I don't know all the versions of Mickey Mouse, but Disney is always going to try to protect its image, and it's going to protect the mouse. Um, I'm not sure. Now, see, in the United States, if something is created in the United States, you got 95-year copyright. Europe is only 50 years, I think. So if you're, stories that were made in that were created in England or France or Germany, those go to public domain quicker than they do in the United States. Now, most people called it but most people called the act the Mickey Mouse Act. However, it has helped a lot of other people. Now, most people who create something, even Charles Schultz in Peanuts, um, that's those are very few and far between that have a lasting impact on society. Mickey Mouse has had an impact on society ever since 1928. You can see, Disney is still the number one visited theme park. It's got the 7 out of the top 10 theme parks that are visited each and every year. Magic Kingdom being number one, even though all the doom and gloom people there. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going, it's never going to change. However, it would take a lot to change it. But that's that. Now, on a happier note, I guess. 2023 is ending. Did you know that? Well, kind of. A lot of new things coming in 2024 that you should be aware of. A couple things I'm going to mention. They're coming up quick. January 9th. Big day, big day, big day. For you who come and are on date-based tickets, you no longer have to have reservations, which if you're thinking about it coming on January 9th, you probably already planned your trip and you probably already know. Dining plan is coming back. I'll probably do a bigger one on the dining plan coming up sooner, or a little later than today, because I'm not going to go all day into the dining plan until I look into what is actually involved in the newer version of the dining plan that's coming up. Still going to be some construction going on at Disney. Tiana's, and now rumors. Take this as a grain of salt, but I've heard in a couple places now, one of them being another YouTube channel, and they were just speculating too. I don't know if it was the DFB Guide or WDW News, but it was one of it could have been one of those two. Shout out to both of you. I watch you regularly, and I get a lot of my news from you. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. There is a rumor going around that it could be ready in the Magic Kingdom, not Disneyland, but in the Magic Kingdom, it could be ready sometime this summer with an opening. Not planned, not announced yet, but they are going at it. I was there for a little over a month ago, maybe, or maybe it wasn't even a month. No, it wasn't, because it was still Christmassy. Well, it could have been November. It was on my last solo trip, so it wasn't even a month. I think it was early December. the train goes and still makes a stop in Frontierland, and you are put right there, and you can look in and see all the wonderful construction going on. There were a lot of people out there working hard. As one person put it in the thing, it's the most biggest gathering of Imagineers and that you've probably ever witnessed in one place at one time, unless you were there during the building of both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So they're coming along pretty quick, which is non-Disney like. A couple other things. It has been announced since the last time I talked to you that the Little Mermaid show is coming back. Kind of. It's a new show, but it's not a new show. Coming back to where it was in the Hollywood Studios, so that's going to fill up a little bit. That should be ready sometime in 2024. Country Bear Jamboree should be ready sometime in 2024. The new version, although they have not closed down the old version, so whenever that does, then you probably, I don't know how long it's going to take them to revise it. They're probably working on some new animatronics. The song list has already been approved and done, I guess, and recorded. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take from the time they close it to the time they open it back up. And that, I don't know if they have a plan that they're going to open it on Memorial Day weekend, or if they're going to open it on Labor Day weekend, or ready for that. Festivals coming up. January 12th, I think. Epcot's Festival of the Arts opens up. Don't quote me on that. I do know it goes to about February 12th, so that's about a month. And then after it's done on February 28th, that I am pretty sure of, on February 28th, the next to last day of February this year. Remember, we have an extra day. We have February 29th. The Epcot Flower and Garden Festival will be opening up. So those are a few things. No words on the Food and Wine yet, although it could be opened up, probably a couple weeks after Flower and Garden's done. And then you have, of course, the Festival of the Holidays after all that's done. But we won't go into any more of that. As you can tell, I'm kind of stuffy today. I'm sorry about that. And I don't know how well my microphone picked up. My dog's out there playing with its new squeaker toy. And it's getting about time that I go and give medicine to my child and let him get up and get going. And I have to take my daily walk. I have to close out my rings the next 2 days, or I miss my goal for December. I can't believe it. I thought this was going to be the easiest one to do. Would have been working on the last one today if I would have remembered at Epcot. I was over at Disney Springs yesterday. I forgot my watch, and it doesn't record it. So closing the rings was kind of difficult because I didn't have anything to close the rings. And when I got back, definitely wasn't going to close my stand ring because I was not going to be up another 10 hours. But here and there, I got a new shirt. This is a new shirt today that I got for Christmas. It does say, and for those of you with a shirt like this and with a shirt this awesome, who needs pants? And of course, it's the most pantless character, the one who's probably more famous for being pantless, except when he goes swimming, because he always wears trunks. I don't understand that. Maybe because he takes off his shirt, doesn't want to be totally naked. I don't know. And by the way, he's a duck. He should, who knows? But with that said, got a lot of things to do today. Got some photos to edit and get, not necessarily edit, but I'm trying to get together a social media depiction of 2023, because it is almost over, of course, and before we ring in the new, we say goodbye to the old. Thursday I drove my daughter to Savannah, and she goes to school there, and tomorrow I say goodbye to my son, although he's only like an hour away, so it's not like we say goodbye too often. We can always get a hold of him if we really need him. It's always a little sad to see them go. I do miss them when they're gone. Not that I, not happy for them, not proud of them, but I am, because I am. They're doing well in school. My son's learning Greek and Hebrew. Can you believe that? My daughter, as a matter of fact, just got is starting to do some freelance work for companies. She just finished a project and is actually getting paid, which is great for me, because that means I don't have to pay as much for her. Just so proud of them. And then there's my little one, Wyatt, who I'm proud of every day. And I thank you all for watching me ramble on. Have a magical rest of your year, and an even more magical 2024. And I will be seeing you soon. I will be also starting a podcast sometime in January. I've got a few ideas of stories, and one of them might be something about the public domain of Mickey Mouse. It's going to be a lot like this, but it's going to be more in podcast form, and hopefully you'll be able to catch it on wherever you get yours. I'm not hooked up to anything yet, and that's kind of what I'm working at, is getting my RSS feed, and for those of you who know podcasts, you know what I'm talking about. But again, love you all. Have a great one. Goodbye.